Yep. Yep. This is a memorial dedicated to all the men that have committed suicide due to the failure of the family law, due to the preservation of the status quo that is actually the residential school system. The residential school system is well and alive. It's preserved by all the justices, especially the ones that are Roman Catholic, Irish, which have preserved the evils of the residential schools within the very laws. The laws of the land are the residential school system. The status quo is the residential school system. And this is right over here with all these people. Right over there is the courthouse. Right over there is the cop's house. And right behind this is the MPP, Bob Bailey's office. The man, all these people are to blame for the failure of family law, for the perpetuation of the residential school system in family law. We are going to have a hunger strike and get justice. Class action lawsuit is coming, sir. We really can't put up with this goobly anymore. This total failure of justice, failure of everything, the perpetuation of family law. Our children are being trafficked. Our youth are failing to opioid crisis. Why? Because of this, because of the failure and the perpetuation of the status quo, which is indeed the insidious residential school
So, ladies and gentlemen,
system.
welcome
This is a
to the
memorial
Purple
dedicated
Pages
to all the men that have committed suicide.
frank, fair, forthright, realistic appraisal and review of legal professionals in our area. When you are in need of a legal representation, it's very hard to find out who is real and who is not, and who is working, who has a comprehension about the best interest of the child, and who hates your children. So this is an attempt to bring to you clarity in making a decision, in getting representation in any kind of matters, because after 16 years at the bench, you realize it is not about the truth. The truth can go fuck itself. The truth, what is the truth? Truth is like, who gives a damn about the truth? Who gives a damn about the interest of the child? Only thing that we care about is perspective, about misleading, about raising technical issues, about circumnavigating the law, about finding loopholes in the law. That is what the law is. That is what the field of the law is. It is to find workarounds the law, to find exceptions in the law, to rely on past judgments that are close to your thing that can be used and abused to get you off the hook. The law is not about upholding society. The law is not about caring about the good benefit of the society. The law is all about if you got the money, if you belong to a segment of society that has a sway. So, ladies and gentlemen, today I present to you Mr. Mark Simpson. He practices in London, Ontario, and all over. He practices from Thunder Bay right up to Senior. He spreads himself very thin. He doesn't really care. He's not going to reel anybody's file. He knows exactly what to say. He's a master. You should get him if you are into human trafficking. You must get him on your team if you are into the oldest profession, Ontario has a big human trafficking problem. And why is that? We have to thank Mr. Simpson for his kind contribution towards keeping up the gross domestic produce of human trafficking. Like throughout the 401 and 402 areas, we have human trafficking. Ontario is one of the biggest things, especially Sarnia Lambton. And how is it possible? Thanks to Mr. Simpson. Mr. Simpson's dedication to making sure that human traffickers, child molesters, child abductors can function with absolute arrogant impunity beyond any kind of... You can't touch him, man. You can't touch him when you get yourself Mr. Simpson. So if you is into those child abduction, child molestation, if you're a child molester, if you have committed crimes against children, if you want to perpetrate parental alienation, if you want to perpetrate abduction, and if you want to destroy the lives of children, if you want to you must get Mark Simpson and his team. They're the best. There's nothing comparable over there. Screw you and your truth. When you got Mark Simpson, he will help you circumnavigate the law. And it's the law and motions and trial is plain and simple. It is like pinning the tail on the elephant. Of course, now the justice is blind, so all you got to do them is spin them around in circles and then shove them in the wrong direction, and there you go. They will pin the tail on the nose. That is the abilities, that is the capabilities, that is the abilities of Mr. Simpson and the Simpson Law professional law firm. He is undoubtedly highly recommended for child molesters, child abductors, any kind of criminals against children. He will help you perpetrate it and defend you, whatever it takes. Even if it takes you lying, he'll do it. Misrepresentation, sure, will, can do so. Lying is part of the job. He lies through his teeth. He lies every day. He's proven liar. Absolute proven liar. Proven misleader. But the thing is, one thing is, you must have the money. If you don't have the money, you can go you can't get in the profession. But after all, what are you doing? Child molestation, child abuse, child abduction, and you don't have money? Well, no, it's all about the money, sir. You gotta have the money, and only then you will be been theirs, as the Dr. Singh Dr. Singh says, you will be binders if you get Mark Simpson. Now he also has a good relationship with the Irish junta, like the perpetrators of the '60s coup. He has sworn to uphold the policies of the '60s coup. Every child may matter to you, but to Simpson, every child that is inducted into human trafficking matters. You can't miss one, man. You have to keep up the gross domestic produce of Sanya, which is human trafficking.
Is the MPP, Bob Bailey's office. The man, all these people are to blame for the failure of family law, for the perpetuation of the residential school system in family law. We are going to have a hunger strike and get justice. Class action lawsuit is coming, sir. We really can't put up with this goobly goobly anymore. This total failure of justice, failure of everything, the perpetuation of family law. Our children are being trafficked. Our youth
Right, realistic.
year residential school system. The status quo is the